Create interactive report. So far we've only been experimenting with classic reports. In this video, we'll look at interactive reports and explore the rich functionality they can provide. This potentially means you can provide alive and interactive reporting solutions to your users instead of using and generating static PDFs. So first we'll create a new page as a report, but an interactive report. And I'll call it IR, which is a common acronym for interactive reports. And I'll create a tab with the same name. And the query is just a basic query on my products. So I'll create this page and run it to see what we get without any extra additions from the developer. So we get a standard report, but with this extra toolbar across the top, which has an actions menu where we can select certain columns that we might like to include or not include. So let's hide these columns, for example. Apply, and now we see a different set of columns. We can change the ordering by clicking on one of the headers. And some of the other options under the Actions menu include some formatting options, such as adding computations or aggregations. We could turn it into a chart. And a number of these settings we can ultimately save as a report. And when we're signed in as a developer, we can say that it's the default report settings. So this is what everyone sees at runtime when they open this page. So it moves a lot of the configuration from the design time to the runtime environment. When we save these reports, we can also save them as a named report for later use. And we can also enable an option to allow people to save public reports. Searching also works a little bit differently. If we search for camera, it does restrict our report, but it also shows our criteria across the top, which we can toggle on and off, or we can remove the filter entirely. We'll now go and edit the interactive report region and see some of the differences between classic and interactive reports. The region definition settings are the same. We have source and various attributes that we can modify. The report attributes are where most things are different. Column definitions aren't as configurable, although we can use this to say which ones are definitely hidden. Pagination settings are simplified. And we also have a highly configurable search bar, so we can turn off such options as flashback, which many users wouldn't be familiar with, but we could enable the ability to save public reports. So configure report and save it and make it available for other users of the application. There's some download options, and we also have a link column. So instead of linking to the single row view, we could link to our own custom target. So it could be a page in our application, such as our Manage Products page. And here we'd identify, we need to send through a row ID to identify the record, which can come from the row ID in our report. So instead of using the stock single row view that the interactive report has, I can now apply those changes, run, and when I click on that link, it takes me to the Edit Products page. So as you can see, it's pretty easy to generate an interactive report, and the Apex environment will do the rest to provide additional functionality. This provides a good platform for other extensions and features to further enhance our applications. Next, we'll have a look at the Actions menu and see what we can do with saved reports.